Hello, everyone. Are you planning on doing a road trip this summer? Want to know what is the longest interstate in each state? Well, my name's Mike Demaro, and I am here to tell you what is the longest interstate in each state. And I did look up the data on this, and it's pretty interesting that some of the states were close calls, and some of the states actually did surprise me. So, without further ado, let's get on with this list. And if you want to see the graphic that I made with the map of the United States, let me know and I can try to get you a copy of it. Okay? So, let's start out with Alabama, I-65. Alaska, Alaska State Route 1. Arizona, I-10. Arkansas, I-40. California, I-5. Colorado, I-70. Connecticut, I-95. Delaware, I-95. And it's also Delaware is also only has one parent interstate that goes through it, which is I-95. DC is the only one on this list that is a 3-digit interstate. And it's also the only one that has a state route, too. And that's 295. Florida, I-75. Georgia, I-75. Hawaii, IH1. Idaho, I-84. Illinois, I-57. It was the only, and pretty much I-57 mostly runs in Illinois. So, pretty much all of I-57. So, Indiana. This one was surprising me, because I thought it was 65. Turns out, because of the new extensions built, it is actually I-69. Iowa is I-80. Kansas, I-70. Kentucky. And this one actually beat out by 1 mile. I-75 won with 192 miles. Whereas I-64 was close second with 191 miles. So, that's pretty crazy there. Louisiana, I-10. But when the extension for I-49 opens up, that one is going to be the longest. Maine. With like Delaware, I-95 is the only 2-digit interstate that goes through the state. So, obviously Maine is the same boat with I-95. Maryland, I-95. Massachusetts, I-90. Michigan, I-75. So, basically, you have Michigan and Florida. Northern terminus, southern terminus of I-75, and it's the longest interstate in both of those states. Pretty crazy. Minnesota, I-90. Mississippi, I-55. Missouri, and this one was a surprise too, I-44. But I knew that from Control City Freak when Todd did I-44. And he mentioned about that. So that made me wonder what is the longest interstate in each of the states. And that's why I'm doing this video. Montana, I-90. Nebraska, I-80. Nevada is also I-80. New Hampshire is I-93. And what a beautiful route that is. New Jersey is I-95 as well. But part of that is the New Jersey Turnpike. New Mexico is I-25. New York is I-90. North Carolina is I-40. North Dakota is I-94. Ohio is a surprise one too, because you have I-75, you have I-80, I-90. But it turns out to be I-71 to be the longest in Ohio. Oklahoma is I-40. Oregon is I-84. Pennsylvania is I-76. Rhode Island is the third of the states that there's only one 2-digit interstate that goes through that state. And that happens to be I-95. So, that is the longest interstate in the state of Rhode Island, is I-95. South Carolina is I-26. South Dakota is I-90. Tennessee is I-40. Texas, I-10. And it's also the largest mile marker in North America and the largest exit number, which is 880. And I had the chance to take a picture of that sign when I was on I-10 in Texas back in October. It was incredible. Utah, I-15. Vermont, I-91. And I-91 is a very good route. Virginia, I-81. And it's 323 miles long in that state. Washington, I-90. West Virginia, I-64. Wisconsin, I-94. And Wyoming is I-80. Now, if you look at the thing here, I-90 has 6 states. I-95 also has 6 states. So, if you take a look at that, 1/4 of the states is represented by either I-90 or I-95. And if you add I-80, I-75, I-40, and I-10 to that list, that'll bring you halfway. Half of the states would be represented by those coast-to-coast interstates. And like I said earlier in the video, if it wasn't for me watching the Control City Freaks video about I-44 in Missouri, and the fact that I-44 is the longest interstate in the state of Missouri, I probably wouldn't have never done this. But it is interesting to know about this, because you never know if you're going to take a road trip or not, and if you know what is the longest interstate in each state. So it's pretty informational. And like I said earlier too, if you want a copy of the graphic that I made, please let me know and I'll send you a copy of it. So thank you so much for watching, and please, I highly recommend you checking out the Control City Freak videos about the interstate highways and all the other interstate highway videos that there are. You'll learn something new every day. So, thank you.